right. So this is going to be a video on a little bit of everything as far as when you have an event and you need to put it in a few different systems. So I'm going to use Gottman and or maybe a mixer as an example. Probably Gottman is going to be the best fit, where you use both Brushfire and Planning Center online. For both of these programs, I think Danielle is the expert. Danielle Carico is the expert for Brushfire. At least that's who I remember learning from. And then Jess Fisher is the one that oversees Planning Center. So if you have any questions and or you mess everything up like I did one time, go for her as an SOS and she will help you out. So first thing that we're going to want to do is, if we know the dates of the event, we're going to go ahead and put it in Planning Center online. So let's go to Planning Center. Email, sign in. Alrighty, this is what it's going to look like. This is just the average calendar. There are other systems like Home and Services. Home, I believe, is going to be kind of like for groups and stuff. Services is more kind of like what Christy uses for worship team and stuff. But we're going to live in Calendar. Calendar is going to be our favorite spot. We love it. So no matter what day it is, if you have a new event, you're just going to do a new event in this right-hand corner here. I'm going to make up a fake one. That's going to be test not real event. And we're going to pretend like it's a Gottman event. So I'll actually put Gott. No template. Template can sometimes be some of these really large events. Don't do templates. All day is an option. Repeat is an option. Hide from church center. Yes, always keep it hidden. If you publish it, I think it goes to like Gateway's calendar or something like that, which I don't think we want. I just remember make sure it's hidden. And then we're going to go to more options. Always do more options because this is where we get into like the good stuff of it. Okay. So in schedule, let's say our event is usually the Gottman trainings are from 9 to 4 on like a Friday or something. And it's broken down and we usually have like a lunch break or so. The way that they're set up is just like a normal classroom style. Everybody brings their laptops. We sit and we watch videos. But what that tells me is we're watching videos. So we're going to need some kind of video showing abilities, like some kind of classroom with Zoom capabilities. We were going to have lunch, so we want some kind of table either to hold snacks usually, or if we are bringing in lunch, somewhere to set that up. So maybe we want some extra tables brought in from facilities. If we're doing, I'm trying to think, other people might have to attend online if we have some online students. So again, like making sure that Zoom is an option, that they're going to be able to participate that way. So this is how we're going to add those into this system here. You're going to want to add in your own setup time. Most of this is going to be done by facilities. The only thing that we'll want to do is maybe set up with some snacks, be there early for Mark or one of the student workers to help with the Zoom and technology. So setup, I'm going to add usually a safe 30 minutes beforehand. So if the event starts at 9, we're going to make it 8:30 in the morning. And then 9 a.m. is important. There we go. The event itself is going to be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And teardown, we'll give ourselves that extra half hour. So to 4:30. Apply. That way they know that we need the room from 8:30 to 4:30 tops. We have always used room 205, but there are other rooms that could accommodate it if we wanted to do 203, if that was available. If Jess says, hey, there's an event that we need in there, we can be flexible. But because we've done it in 205, we're going to just do that. We're going to show more hidden. And we're going to show more until we find 205. Here it is. Awesome. How many people will be in attendance? This never is like a super specific question, just kind of eyeball it, which for Gottman is about 15 people, more or less. Details, setup, classroom setup. And then notes. This, if you have any specific things, you could do that. Resources not in the room. This is where we're going to want to make sure that we have Zoom. So we're going to go to technology. We want classroom Zoom moderation. This just means the normal like screens on the wall Zoom moderation. Mobile unit is what we're going to use for things like the mixer, where it's like a TV on wheels and they can move it to different rooms. And that way, like we can have Zoom people on the TV and people just walk up to it and have conversations with them online, which is super awesome. So we want classroom and Zoom moderation. And then because we know that we're going to have lunch, maybe people are going to bring their own, maybe we're going to provide it, but we're going to provide snacks regardless. So we're going to want from facilities some extra trash cans, maybe some bullets, gluttons, doesn't really make a huge difference, but just something where we can hold a large amount of trash. We also might want a couple extra long tables for food. So if we do, we're going to go to facilities, tables, and we're just going to want some 6-foot banquet tables. And let's say we want 2 of those. So we're going to choose 2. So normally we would save changes to this date. Because this isn't a real event, we're going to cancel. Awesome. But that's how you do it in Planning Center. Now that you've reserved the room, we know that that's going to be good to go. It communicates with everything else happening on campus. Now we're going to go to Brushfire. Brushfire is how we handle like tickets or registration for certain things. So because we have to receive money from the students, this kind of helps as a nice middle way point. So to make a new event, we're going to go to this left-hand side, go to new event. All right. Thank you, Brushfire. Create a new event. We don't really have any templates or resume existing draft. Usually new event is just the easiest way to go. For Gottman, with the way that it's kind of set up, it's really more of a class than anything. If for some reason we needed to do, like we need to get paid for a social event like a mixer, you could do like a social something. But class, seminar, training, we're going to do test got not real. We're going to do class, subtitle optional, not really needed. How many do we expect? We'll say we expect 20 max. Like, we'll be optimistic. Do we want to enforce this as our maximum? No. If we get 30 people, awesome. We'll continue. This is at a specific time. Sure, let's say that ends when it does. Let's say it ends 6:15 of 8 o'clock. We're just going to make that up. Oops, wrong year. And then here, let's just say it's 8 o'clock p.m. And of course, you'll fill in the right information. At a single location, I like to do online or at multiple locations because that allows you to put in the Zoom link into this invite. Who should you contact? You'll put in your email and your phone number. And for the event website, this is where you'll put the Zoom link for the event. We'll go that way. If you have a fun description, you can say, join us for the Gottman training. This is a great couples training, such and such, such and such. You can customize by using an event header. There's actually some pretty cool ones through TKU. A lot of them are very specific to certain events, like the grad brunch or graduation itself. There's some, generic TKU one. That just means when they go to the website, it says TKU and it looks a little more professional, which is nice. And we just want registration type. We just want general admissions. This isn't a concert. We don't have assigned seating. And then you can change the attendee names. So I usually change attendee to in person. Gottman, I think the price let's just pretend like it's $75. I think it's more than that. Capacity is optional. Then we're going to do another one here. And this one is going to be Zoom. This helps us keep track of how many people are going to be in each category. So we know if there's no people in person, then we don't need to have it in person. You can now do questions next. Pass on Brushfire fees, yes. Yes, we do always continue with the connecting payment. And it's always my stripe. It's the only option. It's kind of like ordering from Amazon Business. It's all one account. Yes, we want to collect information from all the attendees. We want their name, first name, last name. This just helps filter information really easily if we need a report. Email, phone number. Trust me, sometimes phone number is really nice if you really need to get a hold of somebody the day of. Oh, there was one that was great. And it asked about, let's just do text box. All right. Oh, do you have any food allergies or dietary restrictions? Very helpful. Let me continue. I do QR code, but we never scan it because we don't really need it. We just need to know how many people are showing up and give them an avenue to pay. So QR code's great. That's fine. This is the event, the link for our event, which is great. Oops. Continue. All right, nicely done. Here's your event. Start new event. Let's just exit out. And now you have completed that. I'm just gonna go back here. Oops, that didn't take me back to where I wanted. Okay. Oh darn, I'll have to delete this. That's okay. So this is what your new homepage is going to look like with all the things coming up. So we've got Gottman. They can sign up in person or via Zoom. You can do different registration types. If you want to keep track and say who all is coming, who's paid, who, what, anything that you need to know, who has dietary restrictions, click that little lever, I can't think of, wrench thing. You can manage attendees here. Normally, let me actually go back to a different event so I can show you. This will work. Or not, because we canceled that one. Let's do this. Sure. That's okay. Okay. So here's the list of all the attendees. Actually, this is the old one. Very cool. You can click on a student's name or a participant's name, and you can either cancel them or edit their information. Usually you might receive an email that says, I'm so sorry, I accidentally registered and paid twice. Can you cancel it? Yes. If you cancel an attendee, usually it'll ask them, do you want to give them a refund? And you can say yes. Edit information. Nope, that's not what we wanted. Usually you'll be able to view whatever you need, like in the edit information, to see all the questions. So we added a question under email that says, do you have dietary restrictions? This is where you'd be able to see that. And that is that. So that is how you add in PCO and in Brushfire. And I think that is it. But yeah, if you have questions, like I said, Danielle is excellent at Brushfire. Jess is excellent at PCO. But thank you for watching.